So the easygoing, calm wins are just kind of over with now? Oh yeah, it's going to be nothing but fire drills from here on out. Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Astros, and I'm here to talk about Game 65 of the regular season, where the Astros win 6-4 over the Cleveland Guardians, and tie the little weekend series against Cleveland. And it took all that I had to get off the floor in the fetal position to make the video. Because, oh my god, they did it to us again. Or at least they almost did. They tried to do it to us again. Because good first inning. Alex Bregman with an RBI single makes it 1-0 Astros. That's Nito Spaghetto right there. And then Jose Abreu with another home run in back-to-back games. He homers, and it's 3-0 after the top of the first. And then for a brief moment, I'm like, wait a minute. This is Groundhog Day all over again. Then in the bottom half of the first, Josh Naylor hits a sac fly. It's 3-1, and I'm like, yeah, I've seen this film before, and I'm not a big fan of it, to quote Taylor Swift. And not even the doubles in the fourth inning by Jake Myers and Mauricio Dubon to make it 4-1 and 5-1 respectively. They did not make me feel better, because I'm like, that's only a 4-run lead, and there's plenty of time for them to blow it. And oh boy! And look, I understand the thought process for Dusty Baker trying to get a 7th inning out of JP France. I really do. You've not had an off day in like 2+ weeks. Yesterday's game went 14 innings. And even before that, the past few games, I don't think you've had a starter get you through a 6th inning of work, or at least not to a 7th. And so I understand him trying to get it out of JP France. His pitch count was already high when he entered the inning. It was sort of one of those things where you knew going into the 7th, putting JP France on the mound, you were probably going to allow a run or so. And that's what happens. Jose Ramirez gets a single to make it 5-2, and Josh Naylor, I believe that was with Abreu on the mound, with another single to make it 5-3. And man, France's stat line does not do it justice. He had a really good game. And more than that, he gritted his way through it to give the Astros what they needed, which was a winnable game for the offense and just innings pitched. They are desperate right now for pitchers to just give them innings. I think more so than just quality right now, the Astros are just concerned about quantity. He gave you 6 2/3. The 3 runs isn't pretty. On a normal day where it wasn't like this, he'd probably go 6 innings of 1-run baseball. They desperately needed just anything. They needed outs, and they forced him to go out there for a 7th inning. He gives up 6 walks, and that ain't pretty. He gets 6 strikeouts, which is fine. 6 hard hit balls. I believe he had about 9 swings and misses. Again, it was a good game by JP France. The fact that he was trying to get a 7th inning out of him is where the wheels fell off. Without that, his day looks a lot better. Brian Abreu enters the game, gives up the hit, I believe, to score that run, goes an inning and a third, picks up 3 strikeouts. He looked really solid. That's great. It's nice to see relievers do well. And then the 9th inning. Oh, wait, before the 9th inning, right? It's important. Top of the 9th. Jose Abreu, again. Jose Abreu's redemption arc, baby. Catch the fever. 6-3 with an RBI single. Great. You head into the 9th inning with a 3-run lead. And Presley enters it. And oh dear God. To lead off the 9th inning, Stephen Quantwich singles to put a man aboard. And you're just like, oh, please do not do this. And then, ground ball, Ahmed Rosario to Alex Bregman. Throws to second. The throw wasn't great. The pick wasn't great. People are debating who should the error go on? I would give them both 1 because I feel generous. And all of a sudden, what could have been potentially a tailor-made double play is now runners at the corners with no outs. The tying run is at the plate, and it's Jose Ramirez. And I'm like, oh, here we go again! Thankfully, he just lines out to Jake Myers. Josh Naylor would get a sac fly. It's 6-4. And then Will Brennan, thankfully, just strikes out. And the inning is over. The game is over. And the Astros win. But I had that moment of clarity in the 9th inning where I realized, oh, every game's just going to be a fire drill from this point. There aren't going to be those calm, easy games anymore. It's just going to be fire drill. And you might say, well, Weston, that's ridiculous to say. We had a 5-1 lead in this game after the 4th inning. And I'm like, ooh, don't like this. So to touch on the offense, Mauricio Dubon would have a pair of base hits. By the way, who would have thought that Mauricio Dubon, well into the month of June, would be batting .305. Put your hands down. No, you didn't. Jose Altuve who is now batting second in the lineup, which is kind of strange to see without Springer in front of him. But he also had a multi-base hit game, had a pair of them, and threw in a walk there. Nothing too shabby from Altuve. Alex Bregman would be rather unlucky, only getting 1 hit despite having 3 hard-hit balls. And Jose Abreu, legitimately on a redemption arc. Another multi-hit game, multi-RBI base hits. The home run, the RBI hit in the 9th, which ended up being rather a solid cushion because you'd only win by 2, and all of a sudden, if it's only a 1-run lead, you kind of get a little bit more concerned. So it wasn't necessarily important for, like, the outcome of the game, but it was good for our psyche to have a little bit more of a cushion in the 9th inning. So that was solid. We appreciate that. I really hope he starts to heat up. And I will say this as well for Jose Abreu. If he continues to do well, I think that could be the spark for the locker room. We saw in Oakland how much the clubhouse adores Jose Abreu. If he can really start to hit well, that could be the spark for them. So tomorrow morning, the Astros will finish off the series in Cleveland, finish off the road trip, and finish off this nightmarish stretch of games rather early, 12:40 Eastern, 11:40 Central. The Astros will send Brandon Bielak to the mound, and the Guardians almost slip, but you're not going to catch me lacking. Send Shane Bieber to the mound. I'll be here afterwards to talk about it, but as for right now, that is all I have to say. So if you enjoyed this video, please consider to like and subscribe. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day, and as always, go Stros.